Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. Today we are gonna see out the detail for the Selenium Ide, right? Okay, remember I told you four different sort of tools that we have in Selenium, right? I just told up a very brief intro about them in the one of my previous videos, right? So now what we'll be following is that we'll be going to the details of each and every sort of tool here in the Selenium. See, whenever we are talking about the selenium, so in that these four sort of tools which are mentioned up, and the name for those are IDE, RC, WebDriver, and the grid. These are the four very most important sort of tools which we have out here. So whole selenium is all, I would say whole selenium is completely based on these four sort of tools only. So you should have a good knowledge of these sort of tools so to go ahead with the selenium language. Okay, so hope I'm first of all very much clear with this particular thing, that what to follow and what to how we are going to proceed on. Fine. So I'll be starting up today with that what is Selenium IDE. Okay, what is Selenium IDE in detail. After that we'll be talking about the features, the advantages, and even we'll be talking about the limitations of the Selenium IDE. So this is how we are going to proceed on. Okay. Okay, let me just quickly take on a color here so we can write out. Great. I'll be starting it up from here, that Selenium IDE. Okay, for IDE, we already discussed up that what's the full form in that respective case. So IDE stands for integrated development integrated development environment, ENVIRON environment, right? This is what Selenium IDE actually stands for, integrated development environment, right? So now what is this primarily what is this used for? So if we talk about the use of Selenium IDE, so in that case we could say that it is one of a suite of tool of Selenium which is primarily a record, or you could say a tool, okay, that basically a test case developer uses to develop up the Selenium test cases. Okay, so I would, if I have to write out this for respective thing, so I would say that a tool which okay, not which, that I would not write, that a test case, a tool that a test case developer a test case developer uses to develop Selenium test cases, uses to develop Selenium test test cases. Fine. Great. So the Selenium IDE is one of the integrated, first of all, IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, and secondly, it is a tool that a test case developer uses to develop Selenium test cases. Okay, so whosoever is a test case developer, that respective person uses on the Selenium IDE to develop up the test cases. Okay, why we need to use up the test cases and what's the use of developing the test cases? So that we already discussed up in very detail in the previous video. So if you're not remembering that, I would just give you a very quick brief about that. Regarding the Selenium test cases, we can say that, let's say you are making up a product. Okay, you have built on some product, or either you take it software, whatever you just say. For everything, I'm just simply naming that as a product. Okay, I am having out a product that is built out by me. Now, so as to release that into the market, before releasing that respective product into the market, I need to give it a lot of test cases, right? So that whenever my product goes into market, so the buyer, the persons who are buying out that respective product, they have no issues with that respective particular product is completely bug free and it doesn't have any errors or any sort of things like that, right? So for testing out all of those things, for checking out those things, that whatever the product you have made, whether will that satisfy the user requirements and all those things, we simply develop out the test cases. And for that test cases, who develop it that out? So we have a separate test case developers. So those are the persons who develop out the test cases, who check out your respective product by giving them different types of test cases. And after that, if any changes are required, so that changes are performed. Otherwise, your product is good to go in the market, right? So this is the procedure which actually takes place. So in that respective case only, Selenium Ide is one of the tool which is used out by the developers. Right? Hope I'm clear with that. Great. Now, it is basically, this is one of the easy to learn tool, easy to use as well. It is one of the tools which is very much easy to learn and even use as well. So I would just write that out. Let me mention that in a new line, that it is easy to use tool. It is easy to use tool. Fine. And which we have from the Selenium test suite. So among the 4 this is one of the easy tools to use out, and it can even be used by someone new who is developing some automated test cases for their web applications as well. Okay, one more thing, that Selenium is one of the IDE, or I would say there in Selenium we have some of the tools which completely work upon the web automation only. Okay, so there are some respective ones which completely work upon the web automation only. So it's just one of those, right? So if basically you have, if someone is very much new into developing of these automated test cases and all those things, so in that respective case it is easy to use tool actually. So you could go ahead with the use of the Selenium IDE. Okay. Next, other than that, basically you do not require any special setup to get started with the Selenium Ide. So no special setup is required here for the Selenium Ide. Simply like nothing new is used, or any self software or anything like that. Nothing is like needed in that respective case. Okay. So what you need to do is that you simply need to add on a simple extension of a specific browser. Whatever browser you are using, and for whatever the browser you are actually looking for, and you are automating out the test case and all those things. So respective to that particular browser only, you simply need to add the extension of your specific browser. Nothing more than that. Nothing installation, nothing downloading, nothing is required in that particular case. Okay, only you need to put up the extension of your specific browser. Great. Then basically next we are having that what the Selenium IDE actually provides us with. So Selenium Ide is that respective tool. Okay, I would write out that particular thing because it's important. So I would write Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE provides you. Selenium IDE provides you with. Let me get down. So yeah, Selenium IDE provides you with a GUI, with a GUI, that is the graphical user interface. For what it provides you a GUI for easily recording your interactions. Okay, see, here go interactions with the website. Okay, so this Selenium Ide as well provides you with a GUI for easy recording your interactions with the website. So it as well provides you a GUI, that's the graphical user interface. Right. Now let me get back above here for the Selenium Ide, and let's check out that what are the things which we have learned regarding the Selenium Ide here. So if we start out, so the first of all we learn that IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, right? It stands for Integrated Development Environment. Next, basically, what is the Selenium IDE? So it is a tool that a test case developer uses to develop up the Selenium test cases. So it is one of the tools which is used by the test case developers to develop up the Selenium test cases. Right? Next, it is one of the very easy to use too. So if you're a person basically who just started up the developing of these like test cases, if you're very new into this particular thing, so in that case you could prefer out the Selenium IDE tool because it is one of the easy to use tools. Okay, and next basically Selenium IDE provides you with a GUI, that's the graphical user interface, for easily recording your interactions with the website. So here you have a GUI as well, which very easily, very simply actually allows you to record the interactions with the website. Okay, so right, hope I'm very much clear with this particular complete idea that what does the Selenium provides to you, Selenium IDE provides to you, what kind of tool it is, and basically how it is used out by the testers, right? Now, I'll be stopping up here in this respective video. Further in the next video, we will be going more in depth for the Selenium IDE. They're going more in depth regarding the limitations, regarding the uses, regarding the advantages and all those things, right? So, this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.